show me how you move it. Go ahead, put your back into it. Do your thing like it ain't nothing to it. Shake that ass, girl. Little mama, show me how you.
Hello, people, and welcome to part 3 of the In Studio with you know who, Willie Mack.
Yep.
If you're in SoCal and you're watching this and you say, "Who is this?" and you're a wrestling fan, just turn it off and go in your room. You've been grounded from the Dashawns2cents. So for part 3, we got fan questions and some of our questions we didn't get to in every part. So let's go to the fan questions on Twitter, Willie. We tweeted out like an hour ago. Whenever this is up, probably be up in a week. Depends how Drew does. The producer, Deidre Pony, awesome dude. So first question is, who's your favorite guys to work? From Naked SoCal on Twitter.
I always like working with Sky, Pierce, Joey. We always had good matches. Chaos, Ray Rose's Famous B, Lil Cholo, and for now another dude. Yeah. Oh, Amazing Junior, and a couple other folks.
The cat is running around, so the cat does distract people. That's why the cat's not allowed during interviews, but it got loose. I have a question about him. His favorite SoCal city?
Favorite SoCal city? LA.
Los Angeles. All right. Favorite organization to work in?
Probably Lucha Room and IWL
Okay.
and different places.
So we haven't talked about Lucha Room. How is it like compared to Hood Slam? Is it kind of like Hood Slam, or just more of a Mexican version?
That's basically where Hood Slam kind of got the idea from. Because Lucha Boom, if you ain't ever been, is burlesque / wrestling. Because we have burlesque chicks from around the world do an act the first time. Then it's a lucha match, another act. We have trapeze artists and a dude stripping on a pogo stick and a sexy stripper who does random things with her body on the pole. She'll stand up straight and hold herself with one arm and be parallel with the pole and do random stuff like that. So if you haven't seen it before, you gotta at least try to come make one because it's something for everybody.
And gone to Chicago, Australia. They sent to Australia. How was it being in Australia?
It was fun.
I messaged you while you're there and asked, "How's Australia?" You said it's okay.
It was fun.
I messaged you in there.
Cause it's
How are the kangaroos?
Oh, the kangaroos was cool because I saw them from a distance, and one of my dumb homies, when we got close up to him, he was like, "Hey, kangaroos, what's up?" And then that, all the kangaroos looked at him, and they looked at each other, and they just hopped away. I'm like, "Stupid, why'd you do that?" Yeah, they shit everywhere though. And I heard they could kill you with their kicks. I want the box one.
Book it, Willie versus the kangaroo.
Yep.
Money.
Super kick.
I learned on my show from Marquez that one time they tried to book Joey Ryan versus a bear at the Phillips Arena in Atlanta.
Yep.
Would you ever want to wrestle a bear? If it was legal?
Well, if it was declawed and had a muzzle on, yeah, I'd wrestle it. But besides
What type of bear? Grizzly, polar, black bear, panda, koala?
I wrestle a grizzly because a koala bear has chlamydia or the clap, whatever it is. And they get high off eucalyptus leaves. Yeah, some kind of chemical in there. That's the only thing they eat, and they just be up there when people take pictures. They just be hanging on, and they'll look at you for a minute and this.
So Willie Mack says koalas are always stoned. A message from Willie Mack.
Yep.
Koalas always stoned. So,
that's why I got the inspiration for the koala cutter.
Okay.
I had people held on my body like a koala on a little tree branch, and then I just give them a cutter from it.
Oh yeah. Now, who do you like to watch and learn from?
I watch everything. Because you can't just really watch one person. They say if you're a big dude, watch big man stuff. For small cruiserweight dudes, you watch that stuff. But I watch a little bit of everything. Mostly, if I have to, I watch Joe stuff and stuff from Japan and all different kind of European stuff. So,
Who are some of the guys in WWE that you watch right now that you like? Two of your favorite WWE guys right now.
Right now?
Mine are Dolph Ziggler or Dean Ambrose. I thought those two were pretty good.
Well, Cesaro and
Cesaro.
and maybe Daniel Bryan.
Any TNA guys you look at?
Oh, just
I know
Joe
you worked
and
with a lot of them. Because a lot of the guys that are in TNA, the writers work for Hollywood.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joe and maybe Aries and
Your boy Perkins up
TJ.
there. TJ's up there. Manic.
Yep.
Stupidest things. M-I-M-A-N-I-K. People can't spell shit. Okay, more for Nick and SoCal. Star of the show, the episode. We had the shirt question. You answered it during our breaks. And we take breaks because that thing like peaks up. And actually, why he never brings the shirts to sell. I tried to get that brown Hershey shirt, so why don't you sell the shirts?
Well,
The big thing in SoCal is why does Willie not have shirts? Because that's a big money duke. Yeah.
need some damn money first.
He's money to make it,
And
man.
plus, Pro Wrestling Tees haven't hit me back or responded to making a damn store, so I can
Yes.
put more of those out. So
They have Thunderwolf shirts.
yeah,
No offense to Thunderwolf, but how many shirts he's selling?
they got wrestling idiots.
And then Wrestling Heads shirts. No offense to Wrestling Heads. One day I want to see about Wrestling Heads. So why does Skits never say hi when he walks by? The fucker's oblivious. No offense, Skits cool guy. People watch. Shout outs to people. We shoot here on Johnson's. We always speak the truth. That's what I try to do on my show, bring real stuff. If I'm pissed off about something, this is where I say it. I don't like when he doesn't say hi. I know the fool. He knows me. He sees me. Fucker doesn't say anything. Okay, let's see.
Nick from SoCal got a lot of questions.
He did. Well, that was the first one. Okay. Yeah, we're talking about this one. Okay. Question from Raven. Does he ever eat the shit he cooks in the microwave on the show?
It's like, nigga, you film the shit so you know that question, the answer. And it's yes for all you out there watching.
Okay. What are your next goals for your career?
Just to have fun and keep traveling the world and doing what I love to do and make people happy as long as my body hold up. That's about it.
Hmm.
And go to Japan most of all. That's one thing I really want to get out of the way is Japan.
There's a lot of people want to go. That's like the big thing.
Mm.
What was the inspiration for your YouTube show?
Shit, just saw a microwave and if anybody can have a random ass cooking show, it should be me.
Just like Player Dose has a YouTube show.
Oh yeah?
About cooking. Cooks with another wrestler from Canada. You ever wrestle in Canada?
Yeah.
Where'd you wrestle for?
Lucha Vavoom.
Lucha Vavoom's been everywhere. How many cities have you wrestled for Lucha Vavoom for? I know it's Frisco, Chicago, Australia. You run out to Chicago and Ray?
Yeah, I was at Chicago,
Okay.
New Jersey, Baltimore, New York,
God damn.
Philly, and a few other places.
And around to the Facebook questions.
Hmm.
Human Tornado asks if you can see a black man dance at night.
It depends on what dark place you in. If you're in an alley, no. If you're in plain view and like street walking, yeah, you could.
What's your favorite music to dance to? When you're at a club, what do you dance to?
I don't know. Mostly like hip hop and old school hip hop.
Lil Cholo said you dance to salsa, Mexican music. You get down.
Sometimes if I'm feeling right, if I'm feeling good about the situation, I'll be like, yeah, throw some Calle 13 on and I'll be good.
Okay. Okay, from Josh Bonnie, one of my good friends. Ask him if he'll ever reunite with his WPW Titan partner, Willie Mack.
Shit, if that nigga come back to training and get back in the scene.
Who is Willie Mack?
He was just another dude I met in WPW who was training for a minute. And like, they put us together since I was the bigger black guy and he was like a medium-sized black guy. They put us together and they just made him my mini. I used to do random ass shit. Used to use him like a baseball bat and hit people and do the home run thing, drop kick in the corner. So, yeah, if get back in training and get back dedicated to it, yeah, I'm down to tag with him.
Alright. From Brendan, Sasha, never mind, kayfabe shit. Man, dang, I wanted to do that so bad. Ask him if his hairstyle is inspired by Simon Phoenix.
Simon Phoenix from the Demolition Man movies? No.
It's not.
I just wanted to dye my hair. I've been wanting to dye since I was a little bitty kid, and when I came of age and nobody could tell me what the hell to do, I said, hey, lady, can you dye my hair up for me? And she
You look
said,
like
okay.
Cisco for a minute. Big Cisco.
Damn.
When I first saw him. I speak the truth on the Johnsons. I always like to say random shit if you'll watch. So let's see what we got here. Photo comment. These are the questions that Johnsons always ask. What's the most hostile crowd you ever been to? Any hostile crowd moments?
Hostile.
Yeah. I watch a lot of interview shows. I study.
Probably like my debut for Epic War in Newhall, because it was me, Watts versus Bo Cooper and Suave in like a tag match, and they were Bo Cooper's fans, so they was behind them a lot, and apparently they don't like black folks too much. And there was an incident that happened, and they kind of cheered for it when it happened. And I was like, what the hell? And somebody stupid thought it would get over. And I'm like, hell no, you dumb. That's idiotic. So, yeah, they had to be hostile. But afterwards, when he got out of the situation, people started cheering for us. And we became faces, because we was heels at first, because we were the only black dudes there. So, yeah, that's how that happened.
Okay, my sister said not to word it this way, but I'm going to still word it the way I word it. I asked everybody. People have answered it. What's the worst or funniest ring name you've ever heard?
Oh, the worst or funniest?
Worst. I say worst, but Alex says they would offend people and say worst. Well, if your ring name is like, we had, Scorpio said, he went to Swedish Next Top Model, and they had some weird names on there.
Oh, yeah.
People have a hard time with this question.
I guess Pink Pewter Fly. Yeah, that's how the announcer announced her. Her name is Pink Butterfly. And the announcer was like, Ernestina, Pink Pewter Fly. Apparently they wrote down a P on his run sheet and he just said it without thinking.
What's the smallest crowd you ever worked in front of?
Probably like MWF back in the day sometimes. Like they'll draw small crowds. And I didn't really care because it was like, I was taught if it's like one person in the crowd or 100 or a couple of thousand, you still wrestle the way you normally would, even though it's not that many people. Because that one person took time out of their day to spend their hard-earned money to come see you do what you do best, so I wouldn't want to leave them like disappointed and like they wasted their money for nothing almost.
I was part of a 5-person crowd at Wrestling for Wrestling's last show. I didn't even pay, so it was like press passed it, like 3 paid customers, and still we had good matches.
Yeah.
We had an Iron Lung match where it was Mr. Tanaka versus Rick Scott Stoner.
Yep, I was there.
You were there, yeah. That was a smoking match. That was a fun match.
Yeah, that's what's funny.
And the whole place smelled like weed. Only place we just Sheik versus Candice LeRae.
Yeah.
And that was an interesting match.
Yep.
What's the best match you've seen live? These are all questions off the top of my head. Just go random.
The best match I've seen live.
Yeah.
Probably Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21.
What's the
At the Staples Center.
What's the worst match you've ever seen live? Want to name names, or you can name names, or whatever.
I'm not even sure.
Okay.
But I know it's one around there. I'm trying to think though. I know anything involving Mr. California has to be horrible. So
I heard he paid Sexy Eddie from Canada, brought him out here to California, and wrestled him in his front yard.
Yep.
For like 5 people.
Yep. Yeah, dude's horrible.
I've heard a lot of bad things. How was Mr. California? Met him? How was he?
He's dumb.
He's dumb.
Yep.
I heard does he owe your dad money?
Yeah.
How, if your dad wasn't part of the wrestling business, was he?
No.
How do you owe him money?
Kind of favor.
A favor. See, that's how bad he is. He can owe people that aren't even in wrestling money.
Yeah, that's like suck.
That's on the Chris Hero release, because you were first show just got released. It was a couple days ago Friday, when we're filming this. And he's coming back to PWG wrestle Adam Cole for the title. And you were the last person wrestling in PWG.
Yeah. Yep.
So, what do you think about NXT releasing him?
I kind of saw it coming a while, but
Same here, man, because when they announced stuff.
Like, I could kind of see it coming, but he was doing all right there. It's not really you. Well, sometimes it is you, but like when you got people that don't like you some places or don't see certain things in you, they can do like the most damage to you more than you ever could do to yourself.
I heard he's
so I
lazy.
think that's what it is.
That's all.
Oh, well, shit.
There's certain wrestlers said that to me.
Well, I guess it happened, so.
Yeah, he's a good worker, but he just, like, haven't seen us go to the gym.
Well, now he's back on the indie, so we'll see what
What
happens there.
about him getting 3 title shots? He's got a CZW title shot, Cage of Death, Dragon USA title shot for Sunday, and P2G.
That's a trip. Just come straight off the top to back on the indies and being like the #1 contender automatically is like, it's a trip. It's like you getting something given to you basically, instead of just, oh, it's Chris Hero, we gotta give him a #1 contender or a title shot right away just because, I don't know, it's dumb.
So what's dumb is sometimes when fans ask me once, one fan tweeted me a question like, why don't you ask Ryder Strong about who the Vault champion is? Because people think if you beat a champion, like say you and B-Boy beat Bromance, right? Are you in a non-title match on a house show somewhere that they ever book it? I just thought that randomly. And are you the number 10 for TNA titles? No, it's just like a random occurrence. Like people think if you beat a champion in a non-title match, you're automatically number contender, no matter what show it is.
Yeah.
Even Seville thought he was number contender for the breakout title since he beat Simon and Lotto.
Oh. Yeah, and then sometimes it depends on what promotion you work for. Just like recently, Dolph Ziggler beat, what's his name? Curtis Axel.
Yeah.
Before on the SmackDown or something for a non-title match for the Intercontinental title, and just got his legit title shot last night. So sometimes it works that way, sometimes it don't.
What do you about like Ring of Honor Proving Ground? What do you about beating the champion to get a title shot? Or do you think that's a good way to do it? Or you should have like a ranking system?
It could be like a ranking system, because like in my head you kind of see what's going to happen. Like if you beat the champion the week before and y'all had like a legit match, you already know what the outcome is going to be. Unless y'all just wait and save it for something.
Like they used to have a ranking system in TNA, didn't they? Like top 5?
Yeah.
Yeah. So upcoming dates, we'll end it. We're getting down to questions. So upcoming dates we can see. We know Thursday night you're facing Robbie Phoenix for Santino's heavyweight title.
Yeah. This will be my first shot at the Santino's title, so I'm going to try to make the most of it and bring home some more gold. Make that my 8th title or something like that. Then I got, what else do I have?
Tyler Bateman facing AWS.
I know it's me and B-Boy versus PP Ray again.
On the 29th, we can't see the show. Or
on the 29th at the Dome. And then the next night I got Tyler Bateman at AWS at the Return, the turkey sandwich.
You like turkey sandwiches?
They alright. Just throw some gravy and like some stuffing on top of it with some wheat bread and maybe a little cheese and you'll be good. And probably a little cranberry sauce in the middle.
When you guys face the LSA, you guys throw the place down, man. You guys are hard hitting and fucking.
Yeah.
Match I must do is Tyler versus Chris Hero. Yeah. That would be a great match.
And then I think I'm doing the Championship Wrestling from Hollywood tapings again on the 24th of this month, November. So, yeah, just hit me up on Facebook or Twitter at Willie_Mack and hit me up there. I got my own YouTube channel too. It's called Willie Mack MAC 4000 because somebody obviously has Willie Mack MACK already up under their name like some punks. So I can't use my own name. And yeah, I'll keep you updated on all the shows and stuff I'm doing around SoCal and around the world.
Yeah, you just had NorCal tour. How was that? Wrestling, steam with Jeff Cobb and wrestling Jekylls and all that.
Yeah, I did the Wrestling for Charity up in Santa Clara, California on that Friday. Wrestled Jekylls in the main event for their title. He ended up coming out victorious, but that was cool. The second night I wrestled at APW up in Hayward against Dylan Drake, who's a former Universal Heavyweight Champion.
RIP, Ron Alexander, who passed away.
Yeah. And ended up going over on him. And then the next night up in Stockton, I wrestled, it was me and Jeff Cobb teaming against Roger Strong, and Brian Cage. And we ended up coming out with the W there, so I guess we're going to be teaming a lot more and hopefully
Jeff Cobb worked the hype that he is. He has a lot of hype going for him.
Yeah, he's good, because like, he's straight from the Olympics.
I know
he's like a legit Olympic wrestler. He just came from the Olympics like the last time they had it, and
his partner is a WWE signee, Brian Tannehill. Just signed.
Yeah, that up north trip was a crazy trip because I saw Roland Alexander all 3 days of the trip when I was up there. He came to all the shows, and then like a week or two ago I heard he passed, and it was like really, we just saw him like for 3 shows straight.
And I've heard he's called you the best black wrestler he's ever seen.
Yeah, that was a trip too.
Who says that to people? Like, you're the best. Not wrestler, the best black wrestler. Different era, different things.
Yeah, I know it was kind of weird to hear, but you hear people in their old ways, they like kind of don't change out of it. But that was kind of a compliment to like say I'm one of the best African American wrestlers you've seen, and you think of it, you got a bunch of people like Sky, Shelton Benjamin, Ruckus, and Kofi, and all these other people that signed are doing something, and he considers me one of them. So I'm like, what the hell?
Well, Dashawns2cents calls you one of the best inside talents, I say. You only give a pop it on, like if you're not for Ring of Honor and Dragon Gate anywhere, it's crazy. People that get on that, Gabe, Nigel, and DJ Hyde. Well, you DJ Hyde brought him back. AEW Spartanmark video, come on. You're on AWS DVDs, so Spartanmark is seeing you. So
I really like to wrestle for PWX out in North Carolina.
Oh yeah, PWX,
which
High
is
Spots.
another High Spots organization.
They brought Schreiker and Ryan in, so.
And I like to try to throw down on $5 wrestling once in a while to see what happens.
Willie Mack versus Freight Train. That would be fun.
Yeah.
Freight Train.
Yeah, just like anybody out there, if you're willing to book me, I'm down. I'm not too hard to reach. So me and B-Boy as a tag team now, the realest ninjas in professional wrestling. We can do like a world tour or a U.S. tour, just hit both of us up and see if we can meet in the middle and come to an agreement with something.
Thank you for in studio. Thank you, man.
Yeah.
1 year we're celebrating here. One of the first guests. December 16th anniversary of the year for Dashawns2cents. We're gonna have some hot dogs and mac and cheese to celebrate. And tell a person to tease, email them, wide tweet, we need Willie Mack shirts. So peace. Or do this like that. W and the M.
Girl, little mama, show me how you